Good morning, students. Today we will learn about the topic punctuation. So, first of all, we will learn what punctuation is. So, as all of us know, whenever we write a sentence, we begin the sentence with the capital letter. Secondly, whenever we end the sentence by marking a full stop. Then, whenever we need to ask a question, we put a question mark at the end of every sentence. When we are to show some feelings, we put an exclamation mark in the sentence. When we need to show some pause, in the sentence, we put a comma in the sentence. So all these marks, these are known as the punctuation marks, that help us to make what we have written more sensible, that help us to make the writing more sensible, and they guide us when we read out something written, like when we have to read that thing, read the thing that has been written already. So in case of reading that thing, the punctuation marks help us, they guide us how we have to read that thing. So we will learn about the punctuation marks. The various punctuation marks are capital letters, question marks, exclamation marks, comma, and full stop. First of all, we will learn about the punctuation mark, that is known as capital letters. So capital letters, they are used at the beginning of a sentence. As all of us know that whenever we write a sentence, whenever we start writing a sentence, we start that sentence with the capital letters always. So capital letters, they are used at the beginning or the starting of a sentence. As an example, my dog is brown in color. We have written the sentence, my dog is brown in color, and we have started the sentence using am as capital letter. Secondly, the second usage of capital letter is that whenever we need to write I, when we are talking about ourselves, whenever we used to represent ourselves, then we write it as I, and I is always written as a capital letter. For an example, Rahim and I play together. Then whenever we need to write the days of the week, months of the year, the names of the languages, then always we write them as with the capital letters. Sunday is capital, January, J capital, all these are the how we use the capital letters. Then also whenever we need to write the name of any person or any place, that is whenever we need to write the proper nouns always begin with the capital letters. Like whenever you need to write your name, always your name begins with the capital letter, right? Now in the next slide, we will learn to rewrite the sentences using the capital letter. As you can see, I am fine. As I've told you, the usage of capital letter, whenever we need to write I, then we will always write I in the capital form. And secondly, the sentence I am fine is starting with I only, so the starting letter should be capital letter only. So in the answer, you would write I as a capital letter and am fine as similar. Secondly, she is my sister, S capital, rest of the words would be as it is. We live in Kerala. Now here we will write V, W-E-V, in the W would be capital because the sentence is starting with W, and Kerala, it is a name of a place, so the name of place would also be, the name of place begins with a capital letter, so K would also be capital. Now his name is Rajan. First of all, his H would be capital because it is a starting. And Rajan is a proper noun, it is the name of a person, so it would be, R would be capital. Secondly, we have a quiz on this Saturday. W capital, Saturday is the name of a day, so S is already capital, so we need not to write it again as capital. We will put it as it is, as a capital S only. Now we will learn about question mark. Question mark is used at the end of a sentence that asks a question. Like whenever we see a question, whenever we need to ask question from anyone, we always put a question mark at the end. For example, what is your name? Like when I am asking you what is your name, I am just speaking what is your name. So I need not say that what is your name question mark. But whenever I am writing that question, so every time whenever I ask a question in the written form, then I need to put a question mark every time, right? Thirdly, we will learn about the exclamation marks. exclamation marks are used after the words that show a person is experiencing a very strong feeling. Like when you are feeling something, then you use the then you use the punctuation mark exclamation. For example, we are very happy. To show the happiness, we use the exclamation mark. Like hooray, we have won the match or we have won the race. After hooray, hooray is a feeling. Hooray is an expression that shows that we are very happy. So after hooray, we will use the exclamation mark. Then we are sad, when we are surprised. All these are the feelings, all these are the emotions, and to show the emotions and feelings, we always put an exclamation mark before the feeling, before the expression. Like wow, what a lovely gift. Now the person is surprised, so he's saying wow, and after wow the exclamation mark is put. So next is comma. Comma has many uses. Comma is used in many places, like it is used to separate two or more things. When we are having a list, so to separate the things of a list, you will use comma. For example, my mother went to the market and brought carrots, beans, cabbages and potatoes. Now there is a list of the vegetables now, so we have separated all the names of vegetables with the help of commas. Comma is also used to separate the name of a person we are speaking to. Like when we are talking to a person, we use a comma between the sentence and the name of the person to separate the name of the person from the sentence. Like Minnie, can we have our dinner now? Now see, when I speak Minnie, can we have our dinner now, Minnie ke baad there is a pause. The comma denotes the pause. When we read out something written, comma indicates a short, brief pause. As I've already given the example, Minnie, can we have our dinner now? I am reading the sentence, Minnie, can we have our dinner now? After Minnie, I took a pause of 1 or 2 seconds, and that pause is represented by the comma. The next mark is full stop. Now full stop is also known as a period mark. So full stop marks the end of a sentence. Full stop is also known as a period, and that is used to tell the end of a sentence, that tells us that the sentence has completed. To mark the completion of the sentence, we use the full stop. For example, my name is Kajal, and after Kajal I have marked a full stop that shows that I have completed whatever I am saying. Now in the next slide, we will use the punctuation marks and the capital letters in the sentences. The lion is the king of the forest. Now the lion, the sentence is starting with the, so T would be capital. So the lion is the king of the forest, full stop. Right? You will use the capital letters whenever it is required, like lion. Lion is the king of the forest. So lion is a particular animal, so we will write L as capital only. Wow, this painting is so beautiful. First of all, W of wow. First W of wow would be capital because it is the beginning of any sentence, and wow is a feeling. So after wow, we will also use the exclamation mark, and at the end of the sentence, we will put a full stop. What is your name? Now a question is being asked. First of all, what W would be capital, and after at the end of the sentence, we will not use a full stop. We will use a question mark because this is a question. Because this is not a normal sentence, a question is being asked, so we will put a question mark at the end. Why are the babies crying? Now again, question is being asked, so at the end we will use the question mark, and in the beginning W would be capital. Rajat, is this the way to your aunt's house? First of all, Rajat is the name of a person, so we will make it as capital. We will write the R of Rajat as capital. Secondly, it is also the starting of the sentence, so R would be capital. And after Rajat, we will put a comma to represent the short breath pause. And Rajat, is this the way? Rajat, comma, is this the way to your aunt's house? Question mark. Now वो रजत से पूछ रहे हैं कि ये तुम्हारे आंट के हाउस का वे है, तो उसके लिए question mark. Do you want a blue or green for the poster? Again, a question is being asked, so at the end question mark, and D of do would be capital. Geeta, Richa, my uncle, my aunt, my niece and Summer will go to the museum with me. Geeta, Richa, names of the persons. So Geeta and Richa, G and R would be capital, and there is a list of persons now. Geeta, Richa, my uncle, my aunt, my niece and Summer. We will place commas. First of all, G capital, then comma, R capital, Richa, comma, my uncle, comma, my aunt, comma, my niece, and Summers, S would be capital, will go to the museum with me, full stop. So this is the usage of punctuation. So we have learnt about punctuation. Students, hope the punctuation marks are clear to all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.